Hello, Patrick Brewer here from Brewer Consulting. I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about online marketing. As one financial advisor to another, I know that it's confusing. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of consultants and people that tell you you need to create content, you need to blog, you need to optimize your website, you need to create landing pages, you need to create email automations, you need to grow your client base online. And there's so much complexity and so much noise that it creates kind of a blood in the water effect, because online marketers understand that you're confused. And what that means is they're going to charge you a premium based on that information illiquidity. So you as the advisor, the first thing you need to understand is strategy. If you don't understand the strategy and you try and hire somebody to do marketing, you're going to get burned. Think about it this way. If you don't know what you're doing, how are you going to be able to value the service that you're actually getting? You have to understand the strategy before you can decide if you're going to outsource or not. So what I find is too many advisors, they fall into one of two camps. One, they try and figure things out on their own. They pay way too much money for services that don't actually work. They can spend endless amounts of time consuming information from sources that aren't credible, and they get taken advantage of and they get burned out. That's kind of one crew. The other side of it is you just do things in the wrong order, and you don't take advice, and you don't really actively try and seek out professionals. So what ends up happening here is you usually spend too much money on your website, you create blogs, you start creating more content on YouTube without creating an audience, and you're just kind of fumbling around and you're never really getting traction. So I just wanted to talk through the two approaches that the first one that most advisors try, and if they get this far, this is kind of where they end up, and it doesn't work, but I just want to show you what it is, so if you're there, you understand that it doesn't work, at least not well. And then I want to talk to you about an approach that we found works well. It's more relational. I'm not going to get into too much detail because I can't afford to have you guys watch this video for 55 minutes, but I want to show you how it works so that you can better understand online marketing, if it's even right for your practice. Some people shouldn't be doing any marketing online at all. So I just want you to understand the strategy and if it's even right for your practice. So the first way that you can market online, and this is the most common way, I would say, that businesses market themselves online if they understand how a funnel works. So the first step is they start to advertise, generally from their business page. So they're going to create a LinkedIn, Google, Facebook display type of an ad, and they're going to serve that ad up to an audience, and it's usually a cold audience, people that they don't know. They haven't done a lot of research into that audience to figure out if that ad is even relevant. It's pretty generic, and it directs people, once they click the ad, to a landing page, hopefully. Some advisors are still pushing people to their website. Please stop doing that. You're just wasting a bunch of time and energy and money. So it usually pushes them to a landing page, and a landing page is a one-page website which has an offer. It comes with an offer, and the offer is usually schedule a meeting with me, download a particular resource. Whatever the offer is, it's usually something in exchange for the person's email. And then once they give you their email, you're going to start dripping on them through a series of emails. And it's usually 6 to 12 emails that go out. After this cycle, about 98% of people will not buy from you. They will not schedule a meeting. They're not going to buy anything. They're not going to opt into anything anymore. Less than 2% of people will buy or set an appointment. So not all is lost, but the acquisition cost is really high, because what you're doing is you're serving up ads to people that are a cold audience most of the time, and the only people that are going to click that are active seekers of wealth management services. So everybody's going after these people. Everybody's paying a premium to get in front of them. And most people are doing it as a business. And a business is it's a very impersonal entity in a relational business. So when they work their way through this funnel and they spend all this time and energy setting it up in money, because you probably paid somebody like 30 grand to set this up for you, you're not really going to get the results that you want, unfortunately, because it's an impersonal process. You're marketing from a business page most of the time, and your offer's too generic, and you don't really understand the mechanisms that are really going on behind the scenes, the buyer psychology, to get the results that you want, which is more clients, more meetings, and ultimately more assets under management, more revenue. So there is a better approach. This is one of about 3 that we take in our firm. And the first thing that we do is get super specific about what problem we're solving. Step number 1. Who are we solving a problem for, and what problem are we solving? So we're solving a problem around retirement income planning, Social Security, cash flow planning for young couples, taxes for business owners, taxes for people in retirement. Like, what problem are we solving? Once we figured that out, we can create a series of content to essentially speak to our audience, to get to become relevant to them and get them to take a particular action. The platform that I'm going to give you an example of here, it's one of many, is Facebook. So let's take Facebook for an example. Let's say we're solving a problem around Social Security planning for people between the age of 57 and 65 on Facebook. So we would create a video, and the first video that we would create is going to help them illuminate the problem, right? What pain are these people in? Why should they care? What impact does it have on their life if they don't solve this problem? And then offer up some value to help them kind of get where they're wanting to go, which is to maximize their Social Security income. Now, there's a little bit more complexity to that. We generally hook it up to a messenger bot. We have a piece of collateral that's delivered to that person if they opt in. So there's more operational complexity than just that. But follow with me, keep with me on the strategy here. So we're becoming relevant to them. And video is generally going to deliver higher levels of engagement. It's going to be cheaper than any other form of media. So they're going to engage with the content or they're not. So if they engage with the content, we're going to serve them up another video. And that video is going to be very value focused. So we're going to teach them how to solve the problem as best we can in 3 to 5 minutes. And after we teach them how to solve the problem, some people will tune in and some people will tune out, right? Some people will be like, I'm not really that interested. Other people will be like, wow, I'm really interested in this content. I want more. So they're going to get served up a third video. And the third video is going to give them 2 paths, right? And the first path is you can go and try and solve the problem on your own. And here are the pitfalls and costs associated, the opportunity costs associated with that approach. Or you can just schedule a quick call for free with someone who's solved this problem multiple times for hundreds of people, and we're happy to talk you through it, right? So those are the 2 paths. Let's say they take the path of least resistance, hopefully, which is to schedule an appointment with you. They click the link and they get pushed now to a landing page, to that page, except the page is very specific. It outlines all the different things about Social Security, why they should interact with your brand, or you rather, as a personal brand, because you're a person in this approach, why they should interact with you personally, and then it offers them a call to action, which is to schedule an appointment. It's fully automated. All it requires is you to create some human content, engage one human being from another human being. It's a very relational process. It's not impersonal. You're not marketing from your business page. You're not serving up generic curated content. You're talking to them just like you would talk to somebody in your office. So if this is valuable to you, if you feel like you're either in the first camp who's completely lost, you're consuming the wrong types of information, you're associating with the wrong types of people that are telling you to manipulate, use fear-based marketing, get away from them. Get away from them. If you are building sales funnels that do not work for our industry, ones that require email opt-ins, drip campaigns that are super complex, require a lot of, different pieces of technology and they're expensive, stop doing that. Stop it. And just reach out. Schedule a call with us. There's a link in the comments. Schedule a call with my team and we'll teach you a better approach. This is one of like 4 to 5 approaches that are producing results for advisors, fiduciary advisors right now. And we're happy to talk to you about it. Take care.